didn't even finish the game yesterday. It was terrible. What I did do, I went back and yeah, start the season over again. At this point, I'm just gonna keep it as it is. I've actually loaded difficulty to just regular pro. Maybe, just maybe, that'll change something, because I feel like this year, all pro is more challenging than it was the year before. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe I just suck, who knows, but let's see what happens. Alright, so alright, so okay, we're up against the Eagles. Okay. I can do that.
Shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear
Who's ready for contract negotiations? Oh, sure. Alright. Jusic and Sherm. Alright. Sherm, I know you worth it. Ooh.
Putting it down for that. Time I was dying and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe down with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.
Sorry, Sherm. Like, right now, that's all I can do. Look, Trent, I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. Juice, you're gonna have to wait. Alright.
An offensive and defensive game plan. Each week, once you've made your game plan, choose to start training.
I don't even care at this point. I'm not even trying to do... Let's just play. Alright. Here we go.
Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. In blood across it, where the blood then I just stay.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Oh my god, this is going to be a Sunday night game?
The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And incomplete to open things up. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
3 plays and
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown.
Okay, this seems a little bit too easy.
Raheem Mostert, 78 yards.
Yeah, that just seems a little bit too easy. Hold on.
And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Again, it just seems that's way too easy. Okay, apparently I can't change it, but let's see what happens. Maybe I just got lucky.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
For San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and his pass incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover.
You know what? This is just, no. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. It's too easy. It's way too easy. It's just way too easy. There should be no reason why it's that damn easy. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change it back to All Pro because it is too easy. I feel like I'm cheating.
17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Kaepernick now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends, because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Takes it at the 7. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it's stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They hand it off to Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll roll him out right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
43-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He'll buy some time running. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Forced out to his left. Open man is born. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. 18 yards, first down Niners. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go.
As Sanders has it poked free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Pass complete. A
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19.
No!
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. And it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field.
Oh, my God.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Oh, God. No kiddo.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a give to Mostert running right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Taken down and sacked.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
To go.
On play action, it's Kaepernick rolling to his right, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Makes the score Eagles 7.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Miles Sanders, 2nd-year man from Penn State. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Here's the ball carrier.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And Jeffrey's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Eagles first down.
On first down, Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
49.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Nickel Roby brings him down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic...
Oh, come on.
Partnered in less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And open, it's Goodwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Loss of a yard.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
49ers.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Kaepernick going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pitt. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Who's this complaining? Debo! 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 lost Richard. Oh boy. I'll worry about y'all later. Alright, so we're now 1-3. Oh boy. Wow. Okay.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
All right, we're gonna call it a night. Tuning in.
Kick it and go.